Hey y'all, I got to do a little sanding on this cigar box to make everything fit. So I figured I'd show you kind of how this contraption works. It's not that complicated. Just take this nut out right here to remove the belt. It just comes right off. And let's see, which one am I going to do first? I'll do the jack hole. So, to put the spindle on it, put this plate back in, and you got, I forget what they call these things, throat plate for different size spindles. I'm going to be using this, which I think is 1/2 inch, I'm not sure. Yeah. And you want to put your washer on top of it and this nut. And give you a little wrench to tighten everything up with. You don't want to tighten this down real hard, but okay, on the jack plate, the output jack, it fits through the body, but it doesn't fit through this. So what I'm going to try to do is sand that a little bit. Now I've never done this like this, so you know, this is first time for me too, but let's give it a shot. Better hang on tight to that thing. Forgot to tell you, watch your ears. Let me see if this thing will fit in there now. Alright, that's it. Fits right in there. It wouldn't before. You know, if you don't have something like this, a spindle sander, you can always use a round file or wrap a piece of sandpaper around something round, a pen, a pencil, whatever, and sand the inside of that. Okay, now, well, let's see, you've still got holes to do. It's going to take a different size spindle, I think. Let me see if this one will work. Yeah, I have to use a different size spindle. I'll take this back off. Actually, I suppose I could have just used this one, but we'll go up one size. And what do I do with the sandpaper? They come with these little pieces of sandpaper you just put over the spindle. Put it right back on just like the other one. Except, oh, I got to change that throat plate. Move the next size up. It's got little slots all around this thing to store your stuff. This one's kind of scaring me because I'll be sanding that top, which is very thin. But I'm afraid if I force those grommets, those sound hole grommets down inside it, it's going to crack that top. So I think the best way to do it is with this side down instead of like that. I think this would probably be better. Alright, watch your ears. Too much all at once. Yep, it drops right in there. Those will be glued in. You can see that's not going down in there, and I don't want to force it. Yeah, they both fit, so it's not going to matter which hole I put them in. Alright, that part's done. Now, if you remember, that back's not going to fit on this. So what I did while this was still installed, I put a line across the top here. You're not going to be able to sand the whole thing, because if you do that, all you're doing is making this thinner. And the top's still not going to fit on it. You're not moving this edge here, which is the problem. So I'm going to sand just this section of it. So for that, I'm going to switch back to the belt. You have to adjust this belt, and you got to take all this stuff out too. It slides right in there, and you need a washer, different size washer, I think. I could be wrong about that. Maybe you don't need a washer at all. That's the guard that goes on it, which I don't see any use for. And here's a washer. Yeah, that'll fit right down in there. And this just screws down in it. Okay. Hang on just a second. Okay, y'all, I put the block back on to stop. You just set this on there, put this nut in. This is your tensioner. It tightens the belt back up. Now what's going to happen probably is this belt's either going to move up or down. This is your adjuster for that, so I'll have to turn it on and see if this belt tracks okay. See if it tracks okay. I'll make sure it's down inside it. And if it doesn't, I'll have to adjust it. Let's turn it on and see what happens. Okay, you can see it's moving down, so I want to turn that clockwise. And it's still moving down. It's still dropping down. I wonder if I'm turning it the wrong way. I think it's clockwise. Well, I better check and make sure I'm turning this the right way. Give me just a second. Well, I was turning it the right way and I've got it adjusted now. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. I don't know if I need to hold this up high like this, or if I need to try to go in the corner, or like this. I guess we'll try it every way and see what happens. I think I'll try this first. I'm just tilting this back a little bit so I'm not sanding the whole thing, because I don't want to move. Wait a minute, let me think about this. This is the outside. If I make this thinner, I'm just moving this edge to the same spot. I need to change this edge. Okay. Watch your ears, here we go. Has a bevel on it. I don't know if that'll work or not. Need a little more on it. I may have to put screws in this to see if it's going to work. Yeah, I'm going to have to screw it down. And that is an issue. Let me pause it for a minute and put a couple screws in. Okay, I got a couple screws holding these down. Let's see what happens now. This is the end I beveled right here. Oh, looks like that's going to be it. And you know, to be fair with Stumac here, you don't need this machine to do what I just did. You can just lay a piece of sandpaper out, tilt that piece up, and bevel one side of it, and that'll work. So that wasn't that big a deal. Alright, well, we got the holes taken care of. Oh, I decided to put the volume control down here. I didn't even wait for you guys to give me a suggestion. Sorry about that. And also, this is that piece in here that broke when I put that L bracket in. You can see how close to the edge that was for that screw. It's a very poor design. But I'll glue that back in and put that screw in. I don't really believe you even need that bracket. I can't even see what it's doing. It's doesn't look like it's doing anything to me. But we'll put it back in. Alright. Well, I think that's kind of it now. What I'll do, decide on a finish. I'm not sure what I'm going to do to this thing yet. I don't believe I've got any wood stain here. I've got dye, but I'm thinking I want to use an oil-based wood stain, I think. And just dye it, you know, like a walnut color or something. I thought about dyeing it mahogany, which is this one right here, that color. I was doing some testing for something else, but well, I think that should do it then. Can't think of anything else. What I'll do is decide on a finish. In the meantime, I'll get this thing sanded really well, and when I decide on the finish, I'll come back and show you how I do that. Alright y'all, take care. Merry Christmas if I don't see you between now and Christmas. Take care.